way to start your day is with Christine, Malcolm, and Alex.
Thank you for joining us here on WTXL Midday. It's Friday, July 8th, 2016. I'm Christine Souders. Breaking news this noon. The investigation into an officer-involved shooting underway in Valdosta. WTXL ABC 27's Morgan Norwood is on the scene and joins us live with the very latest. Morgan? Just into our newsroom, a homicide investigation is underway in Tallahassee. Thank you for joining us here on WTXL Midday. I'm Christine Souders. Officials say Omar Mateen was an American-born man who pledged allegiance to ISIS. The FBI interviewed Mateen twice for potential ties to extremists, but those investigations were closed. Topping our news this hour, more details on the 49 people killed inside Pulse nightclub in Orlando. One of them, a graduate from Florida A&M University. Antonio Brown is listed as one of the people killed at the nightclub. The 29-year-old was a criminal justice major from Cocoa Beach, Florida. The Orlando, Florida area hit again by a third tragedy. A team of 50 deputies continue in their search for a 2-year-old who was dragged into the water by an alligator. Authorities say it happened around 9:30 last night near Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. Authorities say the toddler's father tried to rescue the boy from the water but was unsuccessful. Now on Sunrise, shots ring out at a police brutality protest in Dallas, Texas, killing 5 officers. Beginning with breaking news this morning out of Dallas, Texas. Authorities say at least 2 snipers opened fire on police officers Thursday night. The latest report, 5 officers are dead and 7 others are injured. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has more. And we do have to interrupt our regular programming here right now for a special report. The Attorney General is speaking on the Dallas shooting. Our top story this morning, new developments coming in overnight on an investigation into the death of FSU professor Dan Markell. Good morning. You're watching WTXL Sunrise. I'm Christine Souders. Almost 2 years later, Tallahassee police have made an arrest in connection to the professor's death. Developing news in the Dan Markell homicide case, a possible motive and the name of another suspect in the case released this morning as the probable cause documents are unsealed in what investigators say was a murder for hire. Continuing coverage this morning on the murder case of FSU law professor Dan Markell. The man accused of plotting and killing Markell back in court. Sigfrido Garcia was at the Leon County Courthouse. An investigation is now underway in Madison County after a body was discovered. WTXL's Stephen Giwamal is live at the scene. Stephen, what can you tell us? After a neck-and-neck battle throughout the night, Americans have elected Donald Trump as the 45th President of the United States. Good morning. You're watching WTXL Sunrise this Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. I'm Christine Souders.
And I'm Malcolm Hornsby. Trump currently earning 278 of the Electoral College votes over Clinton's 218.
Taking a look at the Leon County races now for Supervisor of Elections, Superintendent of Schools, and Sheriff.
First, the Supervisor of Elections race between Mark Early and Alan Williams.
Current Superintendent Jackie Pons losing his seat to Rocky Hanna. Hanna won with 54% of the votes. Pons followed behind with 36% of the votes.
And I'm sorry that we did not win this election for the values we share and the vision we hold for our country.
Hillary Clinton giving her concession speech just moments ago. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on WTXL Midday. I'm Christine Souders. Looking at Tropical Storm Hermine, we want to mention all residents in Wakulla south of US 98 need to evacuate immediately. Again, that goes for anyone south of 98 in Wakulla. Other mandatory evacuations have been issued for coastal and low-lying areas, as we heard from the governor. Here's a list of those. So in Wakulla County, south of US 98 and 319, those are under evacuations, mandatory. In Franklin County, mandatory evacuations are in place for residents at St. George Island. We start with breaking news out of Ohio State University. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us here on WTXL Midday. I'm Christine Souders. Just minutes ago, law enforcement in Ohio say they've secured the scene of an active shooter situation. They lifted a shelter warning on campus. ABC News is reporting one suspect is dead and at least 8 people have been sent to the hospital with injuries. One is said to be in critical condition, 2 are reportedly in stable condition. No more information right now on the others injured. Ohio State University issued that active shooter alert for its main campus in Columbus this morning. That's where we find ABC News' Elizabeth Herr with the very latest. Elizabeth? Jackson County deputies are trying to track down a couple they say shoplifted at multiple Dollar General stores. Officers are asking for the public's help in identifying the man and woman. Capitol Circle Southwest is back open after a crash shut down the roadway for several hours. Authorities say a car collided with a dump truck.
As you and I both know, increasingly we are using our cell phones to transact all kinds of business.
Yes.
When you said the old app used to take checks, I thought, I mean, how many people really write checks anymore? I mean, I can literally think of how many times, maybe a month, I might write a check. Generally,
and
it's on
millennials
my
don't
phone.
even really
Correct.
know what checkbooks are.
But yeah, but even grandparents now, I mean, they're texting on their cell phone devices.
A recall election is being held right now to replace the mayor of Meigs, Linda Harris. A judge will formally sentence Dylan Roof this morning after a jury recommended the death penalty for killing 9 people in a 2015 massacre at a historically black church in Charleston, South Carolina. Right now, our totals are at $455 and 12 turkeys. But we can do much better than that. We're going to exceed the expectations because I believe in the generosity of our community. So I'm putting that challenge out to you guys to come on out, say hello. We'll do all the dirty work for you. You can stay in your car. I've been doing some heavy lifting so I can pick up the frozen turkeys. We'll go ahead and put it in the box here and then go ahead and ship it off to Second Harvest of the Big Bend. Malcolm?
Do we have that heavy lifting on camera? Or are we just having to trust you?
We'll get it to you. We'll get it to you.
All right.
I told you I'd be doing some heavy lifting.
Okay, you proved me wrong.
We have another donation. Look at that. People are pulling up, donating, helping out the cause, putting food on the table for Second Harvest of the Big Bend to help families here locally.
Do we have Christine?
I don't think she can hear us.
She can't hear us. Uh-oh. Maybe
Christine,
it's too cold out
wave
there?
to us, maybe. Oh.
I can barely hear you guys right now. My IFB is going in and out, so I'm just going to act like you're talking to me right now.
That's right, we are, so it's
We are
good.
live here, the 3rd annual turkey drive.
Hold that together.
We're gonna hold it like this.
Okay, so you make slits at the end of the petals. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Sorry, I'm just so excited right now.
I feel like
Has this book helped you cope with the loss of Whitney and also your daughter?
Yes, as I stated, this book has been very therapeutic for me.
Do we have treats for Cookie Monster?
Of course, there's always cookies on Sesame Street for Cookie Monster.
And also lots of hugs for Elmo, I'm sure. Can I have a hug? Oh, thank you, Elmo.
You know those shiny Guinness Book of World Records? Did you ever have those growing up?
Yes.
They probably still make those. I don't have them anymore, but he'll probably be in the newest edition.
Interesting fact, my father made the Guinness Book of World Records by breeding the most hamsters. He's gonna kill me for saying that. I always bring up my dad when I see stuff like this. He used to stop by the side of the road anytime we saw cows in the field and just start mooing out the window at them. Okay.
I can't get it.
Stuff's flying.
Ah.
Oh, I caught it!
You can't catch
I caught it,
squirrel.
right? That was pretty good, right? All
I
right.
guess.
Well,
we
you definitely
both
need
failed
some.
on that. Okay, you can keep twirling if you want. You already saw this forecast a couple times. This is for everyone else just tuning in. Heading into Memorial Day, a couple of stray showers or storms are possible in the afternoon.
I got it! Oh my goodness!
She did.
You did.
And it wasn't on camera.
Oh my
which
goodness!
I really
got
appreciate.
it.
I'm so glad that you're not going to get credit for this because again, let's see if you can do it.
Almost. Okay.
As a witness, I can neither confirm nor deny
Almost.
that the water bottle was actually upright. That's so funny. No one
We're
saw
back
it.
in 2 minutes.